is Sarah. I was born in 1892 in a little town in Poland. The name is Wasilishek.
I take the first breath in. I hear a name called out. An open story is there, hidden in the sound. It washes over me in waves of time.
We had a large garden. We had plants with potatoes, corn, and green beans, and all kinds of vegetables. We had cows, hogs. What for? Because back then when people worked in the mill, they didn't make very much money, so they had to grow their own food.
I invite the old ways in and let them walk around. I keep the air clean so I can hear the quietest voices. They start to rumble in and swirl around. They speak of worlds gone by and soon to come. Worlds gone by.
We came to the United States, from New York to Chicago.
And soon to come.
But they did not have a lot of money back then.
So you couldn't do things like y'all do now. Back when I was growing up.
I can hear it.
Little by little, all the family came here. We were all together. Isn't it wonderful?
I took my backpack off coming home from class, opened up my homework. I had to ask my mom and dad where we come from. They sat me down and smiled at me, took out some old photos to let them breathe, and said, this is who we are and all we've done. It's the story of where we come from. Mom said, son, we come from a long line of workers. Most folks never heard of us, but that don't make us any less. We spun the cotton that most people wore. We built bridges after the war. Life back then was a lot more work than fun. Yeah, and that's where we come from. Working in the heat of a southern sun, we had to sweat to live. That's where we come from. Closely to my mom's reply, then took my hand and looked into my eyes and said, son, now let me tell you about my side. He said, we come from a long line of survivors. We escaped the fires, but they're still burning around the world. We made the shoes that most people wore. We built a city from a hardware store. Life back then was always on the run. Yeah, and that's where we come from. Over the oceans, through the slums, we had to leave to live. That's where we come from. And then one day I look in my daughter's eyes when she asks the same to me. I'll tell her about our family and each branch that made this tree. I'll say, we come from a long line of workers. Most folks never heard of us, but that don't make us any less. We spun the cotton that most people wore. We built the bridges after the war. Life back then was a lot more work than fun. Yeah, we come from survivors. We escaped the fires. They're still burning around the world. Oh, we made the shoes that most people wore. We built the city from a hardware store. Life back then was on the run. Hey, that, my love, is where we come from. We are a part of the thread that weaves the story of our family. And one day you'll make your mark too. I can only wish the best for you. Yeah, when you have a little one of your own, yeah, you can tell them I love the stories we spun. Yeah, you can tell them where we come from.
Lightning comes through what's called opening room into the card room into the slubbers, and it makes it into a ball about that big around of cotton. Not yarn now. This is not yarn yet. It's just cotton.
I wish I'd meet a pretty girl on Instagram. She'd like my band and say that she was a singer just like me. She'd have 2 tickets to a show, ask me to come, and I'd go, and we'd sing every song line by line. I wish my wish came true. I wish that I would find you. She'd live on a farm in the countryside with a big old barn and horses to ride. Paradise with a front porch swing. Her mom and dad would be my best friends. We'd laugh all day and at the end kiss goodnight and start it all again. I wish my wish came true. I wish that I would find you. Every day I would learn a little more about you. Every day you would let me in a little more. I wish that we would start a band, go to Nashville in a van, and make our music with the stars. We'd hit the charts in the UK, tour without a place to stay, meet our favorite folks along the way. I wish my wish came true. I wish that I would find you. I wish my wish came true. Every night I would hold you just a little closer. Every night you would kiss me sleep. I see a shooting star in the night sky, close my eyes and start to cry as I realize the truth. I met you many years ago. We made a life and played the shows, and then we had to let it go. I guess sometimes wishes do come true. It's hard to recognize them when they do. I guess my wish came true, and I'm happy that my wish was you. I was a wild child, wanting to be 10 feet tall. All my heroes on the wall, they were who I wanted me to be. Something of a fantasy. But they were already part of me.
I worked in the mill when I was 13 years old. We worked in the summer, and then we went to mill. We went to school from September to June, and then I went to work from June to September. And at that time, I would buy all my clothes, all my books, and my winter coat. See, we had to help support. We had to help keep us warm in the winter.
I was on my own, running down a crowded street, my mother chasing after me. I saw an old man grinning, his crooked teeth unsettling. My heroes couldn't save me. And then he looked into my eyes, and suddenly, to my surprise, my heroes and this broken man were closer to me than I could ever understand, because inside me was both of them.
I lived in Piedmont, South Carolina.
I was born in Oxford, Mississippi.
I was the old man on the street. I was the heroes I wanted to be.
I was born in a little town in Poland.
I was a king who lost his crown. I was the army who brought him down. I was the oppressor and the oppressed, the old woman as she gets dressed. I was the emperor with no clothes. I was the beggar nobody knows. I was a preacher who spoke the word, and his daughter who went unheard.
When I was 13 years old, the Second World War started. In Europe. And he was the United States Emperor in Europe in 1942.
I was a river where refugees swim. I was the border that kept the hate in. I was the movie star on the screen. I was the elder who went unseen. I was a singer alone on stage. I was words on an empty page. And I was an angel who lived in sin. I was the brother who brought you in. And I was a young girl in blue. I was a killer in a crowded room. That was who I was back then. Who I was is who I am. And I've been hurt and I've been hit. And I've been us and I've been them. And everything and everyone. It's who I am. And who I was back then. And who I was is who I am. It's who I
My name is Sarah. I was born in 1892.
Among the living are those who go unseen, laughing along with all our jokes behind the scenes. The presence of these friends cannot be dismissed, no matter how long they've been gone. In sunlight or gentle breeze, those who are no longer seen are just as real as you and me. They're our friends. Our friends. I have a yearning for your touch. I no longer feel a sense that it's beyond my grasp, but I can't tell. I know you are in my thoughts, but it's sometimes not enough, no matter how long you've been gone. In sunlight or gentle breeze, those who are no longer seen are just as real as you and me. They are traveling just ahead of us, showing the way when we least expect it. They're our friends.
When I started to school, I got out to the end of the street. I went down to the river and fished till I heard the bell ring, and then I went back home.
Our friends.
Well, yeah, see, the world has improved since I was a little girl like you.
And when we finally arrive just upon the other side, they'll be waiting with a smile. In sunlight or gentle breeze, those who are no longer here are just as real as everything traveling just ahead of us, showing the way when we least expect it. They're our friends.
The cowboy, like quick.
I got my rear end torn up.
Our friends.
We walk, rain, snow, sleet, or shine.
They're our friends.
Isn't it wonderful? I think it is.
Our friends.
Taught me a lot in life. You really have.
Did I?
You really did.
Well, I'm very glad that I taught you a lot of things that impresses you. I never thought that could be possible, like my grandson, and you should say that I helped him quite a bit in his life.